Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Curiosity Exchange podcast, where we explore the journeys of people who refuse to stay in just one lane. I am your host, Ish Berry, and today's guest is the definition of reinvention. She first made her mark in the world of elite bodybuilding, earning a pro status in the prestigious International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness, and competing as an IFBB figure pro. But when many athletes step away from the stage, their story slows down. Hers did not. After years of discipline in the fitness world, today's guest turned that same focus and relentless drive into entrepreneurship, building ventures in real estate, tax preparation, and strategic business consulting. She's also the founder of Nicholson Strategy Group, where she works with entrepreneurs and brands to develop strategies designed to move markets and create real growth. Her story is about discipline, resilience, and providing that it's never too late to reinvent yourself and build something powerful. So get ready for a conversation about mindset, business, reinvention, and life after elite competition. Please welcome to the Curiosity Exchange podcast, retired IFBB figure pro, entrepreneur, and strategist, Ruby Nicholson.
Hello, yay! Thank you, man.
You're welcome. As I'm looking at the screen, thank you. As I look at the screen, I saw you. I was like, oh, she's digging this intro. She's digging. I just better not mess it up. I better not mess it up. Don't stumble.
How can I follow up? How can I follow up from this?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, man. Let me get my questions out because that was on another screen.
You got this. I know you got all of them coming from me, and I'm ready to answer them.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so going just briefly over your bodybuilding career, what first pulled you into bodybuilding?
I think what pulled me into bodybuilding was potential.
Okay.
So when I first started off, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, let me tell you something about me. For one, I'm a straight shooter. It ain't no TMI moments, none of that. So I'm gonna be real with it. And I just wanted to look good naked after 3 kids. I was like, this body need to body the way that it used to do back in the past.
Whatever it takes.
So I started working with a trainer, and he was actually a bodybuilder himself.
Okay.
So the way that he trained me was on some very strict bodybuilding culture. Nothing that I have been ever introduced to myself. So I remember looking at the meal plans and looking at the workout plans and being like, I ain't doing it. But I did.
Yeah.
I did, and I started to see like how my body shaped up. And I think the one determining factor that really led me into bodybuilding was that I would have people approach me in the gym, not just regular gym goers, but also people that participated in bodybuilding themselves. And they would say, do you compete? Do you compete? Because he was training me like a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So I was eating like a bodybuilder, right?
Yeah, your body's taking shape to everything.
It did. And it shaped up to be figure perfectly because one thing that I will always say, baby, you can't beat good genetics.
Yeah. That's the thing about bodybuilding. I try to tell everybody,
if I give somebody the same work ethic as someone else, but they have better genetics, they're going to win all day, every day, hands down. So I had the genetics for it, and everything started to shape up. So people started asking, like, are you bodybuilding? Like, what are you doing? And I was just like, I don't want to do that because I saw his experience. And I didn't want no parts of that, the way that he did it. Yeah. But then I learned a different route. And I learned that I can completely own my prep, still be disciplined, and still enjoy life while achieving my goals. So I was like, okay, as a next venture, let me just try one show. I tried a show. I won it. Nice. Then I got a serious coach, and I went into 3 different categories. I won all 3.
What categories you went into?
I went into just open for my my height class or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
novice bodybuilder.
Okay.
And then like open A. And then the overall.
Gotcha.
So I won the overall.
Wow.
I won open for my height group. And then I won like novice.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, maybe it's something here, right?
Yeah.
I got nationally qualified to go and compete for my pro card. So I took like a strong 8 to 9 months off to really build the muscular maturity that I needed to be able to compete on that level. Yeah. And I went and I got my pro card my first tryout.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, I think this may mean something, like, so, I kept going. I did 2 pro shows. Out of a lineup of 35 and 40 women, I placed 9th and 10th, even over some veterans.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, it may be it. But then the guidelines for bodybuilding changed. And it made me question everything that I was doing. So.
Wow. And that leads me to my next. First off, before I go to my next question, I want to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, I was the first interview you did after you got your pro card, right? Because you were still like ripped, and I won't put in some of that video and stuff from the old podcast. Like I still think about that today. It's like, holy cow! Like you, just saying for the record, and I'm sure when people watch the video version of this, they're like, you look tremendous.
It's different, right? I be saying that all the time. Like, because somebody asked me the other day.
Your conditioning was like,
it was crazy, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's like. I posted this the other day because I posted like my waist trainer that I used in prep. And I was like, oh, I'm back in my waist trainer in prep. And then people were like, are you in prep? Are you doing a show? What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm not. I'm happy that I can get back into this waist trainer. That's the accomplishment right now. But, and I said that in my video. I was like, do you see my face? Does this look like prep face?
No, it's not diet
No,
face.
this is full. This is everything. Like all the things. Like prep face is death face.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I am not in prep at all. But I was able to dial down for my last show. I dialed down to 6% body fat. Wow. Most men can't even do that.
Hell no.
That's why I'd be like, when
Kudos
people be like,
you.
I know, like, yes.
6%.
And this is DEXA scan. This ain't no guessing. I literally would go in every week and lay down on that table. Tell me where the fat is at. Okay, I got more fat in my quads. Let me burn that away.
Yeah.
Like literally, it was all strategic. Like I'm not approaching nothing without a strategy.
That's dope. Wow. And lead me to my next question here. When did you first feel it might be time to retire from bodybuilding?
When I lost my love for it.
Wow.
The last show that I tried to do, I had actually hired on a new coach, and I hate that I didn't get to see my full potential with him. Johnny Castellanos, shout him out. Phenomenal coach. I don't even think he's really doing bodybuilding coaching anymore. I think he's more so on like helping people get their hormones and everything in balance, and like from that perspective, the health perspective. But phenomenal coach. If you check his body of work, he has dealt with Olympians and everything else, and he kept like hitting me, like, "What you gonna do? What you gonna do?" And I'm like, "I ain't ready." I started a prep. I got 2 weeks into it, and I quit. That's what let me know I wasn't ready, because I ain't no quitter.
Yeah.
I see my preps through and like literally, I'm literally ready 6 weeks in advance. Most people scrambling at the end to bring in that level of conditioning. That's not me. I work well in advance to make sure that I'm going to bring the body of work that I want to represent. So when I couldn't stick to that prep, I said, it's time over. Wow. I lost my love for it. And a lot of that comes from the way that bodybuilding has changed as well. It's not just what Ruby is capable of. It's what are the judges going to award? Because let's just be real about it. Yeah. Nobody's getting on stage without a reward. Like you got, I'm gonna say this to my GBO people. I love y'all to death. Whatever. You got some people that get on stage just for the accolades. Mm-hmm. I'm on stage for the money.
Yeah.
Clock it.
Yeah. So
Other things.
like I said before, and even on the old podcast, like bodybuilding costs a lot of money to get into, from nutrition, coaches, supplements, travel. Golly.
It's a money racket. My first year in bodybuilding, when I got ready to do my taxes, because I have my LLC set up to write it off, I wrote off $31,000 in bodybuilding expenses.
Damn. That's a car.
That's a car. I wrote off
That's a Honda Civic or Accord.
Exactly, in bodybuilding expenses. It's not cheap. Your average suit, and this was years ago, gonna run you about $2K. I can only imagine what it's running right now. And what are you doing it for? You have to find the reasoning within yourself, because a lot of people are doing it for self-validation. They want to be validated by these judges, when what they don't realize is that they have their own idea of what's stage ready and what's Olympia ready than what you do.
True.
And we have our own ideas as bodybuilding enthusiasts. We know we want to see. We want to see the Arnold days. Yeah. We want to see where symmetry counts. We want to see where hard work pays off. I hate seeing these SpongeBob SquarePants girls get on stage for a figure with no legs and nothing else. You all back. You big back, baby. Yeah. You big back. But you ain't got nothing else. That's not symmetry.
Yeah.
I hate it. And that's a lot of the reason why I won't go back to it. Wow. Because I know my shape is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is.
I know I bring a condensed version of conditioning. Nobody's bringing that because they're not going to outwork me.
Wow.
So why would I stand before somebody that ain't even made it where I made it to for you to critique my body?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Good point. That's a good point. Wow. So instead of slowing down, you completely reinvented yourself professionally. How did you transition from athlete to entrepreneur?
I think the entrepreneurial spirit has always been within me.
Mm-hmm.
I work a 9 to 5, and I've
Okay.
always worked a 9 to 5. I work in digital marketing, director of social media marketing. That's where my niche actually lies.
Nice. Okay.
So discipline is discipline. That's the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I think what made me successful in bodybuilding is my ability to be disciplined. I've applied that to not only being a mother, to not only being a wife, ex-wife now, but also to, my job, like my 9 to 5, like as it is. Like I treat that as an entrepreneurial effort. So it only made sense to me to transition from bodybuilding into these areas that required a high level of discipline and a high level of effort. My best friend, Justina, shout out to her. She actually delves in obviously bodybuilding. She's retired as well, but she does taxes and she does real estate as well. And as I was, I guess, trying to rebrand myself and figure out what does life after divorce look like for me, she was like, girl, you can do this hands down. Let me teach you.
Yeah.
And I'm forever grateful for that because she pulled me into her umbrella of networks and said, let me guide you to make sure the next level of your life and your career is going to be successful. And I took it and I ran with it.
Nice. Okay. And so why real estate specifically? Did she recommend it?
It's the people aspect. Like,
Okay.
I'm such a people person.
Yeah, you are.
I love the end result. So, real estate is a lot of work. So I'll say that to anybody that's looking to get into it. Like on the outside looking in, like I've owned 2 homes. I negotiated and I brokered, even with a real estate agent, all of those deals on my end. It ain't had nothing to do with the real estate agent. I got it done. So for me, it's like I understand the ins and outs. And then I have this girlfriend over here that's a powerhouse in it, that's going to make sure that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. And
going to teach me and instruct me along the way. So why not?
Yeah.
Another thing is in my first few sales and taking people along the way to look at homes and to figure out what they wanted from their next phase of life, it was fulfilling because it's like, okay, we just had a new baby. So we lost our guest room and we want a new house so that we, have this guest room to welcome the new baby into and our family. And it's like, I'm walking those homes and I'm seeing the memories and stuff from my potential clients. And I'm like, think about what you can do here and think about what you can do there. So then for them to basically hone in on my vision and take it through to fruition and say, I trust you enough to see this vision through. And I want to hire you as my agent to make sure that the next phase of my family life is extraordinary.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me.
Absolutely. And then girl, because I know like we're both from the deep south. I'm from Louisiana, and it's like when a couple has a kid and they buy that home, that kid grows up in that home. That becomes 100%. That, you know what I mean? Like I got cousins that grew up in the same house since they were born. Now they got their own families, and my aunts and uncles are still living in their house. You know what I mean? But over the years, they got stuff added on and remodeled and so forth. But yeah, that means a lot. It's like, okay, well, who sold them that house? Who sold them that land?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's happened to me a lot in a lot of the homes that I'm showing. So when I take, potential clients to a potential listing, and we look at the door frame and we see year 2018, and this is TJ.
Oh,
and then year 2020, and this is RJ. And you're seeing the growth, and this is something that I would encourage to all of our real estate clients. Don't put it on the wall. You can't take the sheetrock with you. Put it on the base of the door. You can take that with you. You can definitely take the framing.
Okay.
Let's knock the framing off and let's take the framing and let's make it a whole piece. But you can't take the sheetrock. So if you're doing that, which is something that I did with my kids, and I definitely knocked down the framing to take it with me, put it on the framing.
Okay. And why text preparation, which is a very different skill set?
I am very big on verticals, and that's something that I have experienced in my corporate life as well. I've worked for Fortune 100 companies. I still sit in the tech space, But a lot of those are verticals into other areas, whether it's aerospace, whether it's taxes, whether it's real estate, whether it's small and medium businesses, HPC, AI, you name it, I've done it. So for me, it only helps to further grow and harness my skill set. So not only am I bringing the expertise from a digital marketing perspective and what you should do as far as showing up on social media or as media as a whole, but I'm also bringing that extra layer of what does your real estate need to look like? Do you need a brick and mortar infrastructure? You may not.
Good point. Yeah.
A lot of people think they need brick and mortar, and you really don't. You can run this from home.
Yeah.
Tax perspective, what do you need to be doing at the beginning of the year to make sure that you maximize and that you're not owing money back or you get a refund for the previous year? It all goes into helping people to navigate their own personal endeavors.
Okay.
I feel like it all ties into one another. Plus, it gives it extra vertical, again, of knowing how to navigate within different realms of the business.
Makes sense. Okay. And speaking of business, what skills from competing that translate into entrepreneurship?
Discipline. I know that probably sounds like so cliche, but it's the truth. Discipline is discipline.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care if you saying, oh, I'm applying this to a bodybuilding perspective. If you're applying that to bodybuilding, that's also going to spill over into the other areas of your life. That's going to spill over into how you manage your relationships, whether romantically or not. That's going to spill over into how you're managing your 9 to 5 if you have a 9 to 5. Discipline is discipline. It's not something that's taught. It's something that's naturally in you. That dog, I call it that dog.
Yeah, you're right.
Either you got it in you or you don't.
Yeah.
And that's where people fail and that's where people succeed. Because if you look at the most successful people in bodybuilding, I can guarantee you if you pull back the layers, they're successful in other areas of their life as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I agree. So what has been, actually, excuse me, let me rephrase that question. So has it been difficult managing multiple careers at once?
Oh, 100%.
I appreciate your realness.
I work from sun up to sundown. Like I tell people that like my day normally starts about 3:30 a.m. Wow. My day ends probably about 12 a.m.
I'm functioning like 3 hours of sleep approximately.
That's it. I literally told my homeboy this the other day. We were talking about sleep, and I said, I got crackhead energy.
Man, that's a good way to put it.
I got crackhead energy.
See, like I suffer from insomnia, so some nights I'm going to bed at 3, and you're waking up at 3.
I'm up. I'm ready to go. And that's the thing. Like, I don't have a issue falling asleep. A lot of the times it's staying asleep for me. But it's not staying asleep in the way that most people would interpret that.
Yeah.
I can't stay asleep because my dreams are so big. Wow. My dreams are waking me up in the middle of the night and saying, did you think about this? Did you do that? I literally keep a journal beside my bed to get up and write those notes down on in the middle of the night.
Good. Okay.
Because it's asking me, did you think about this? Did you try this? Exploratory this, exploratory that. And they're always very good, profound ideas. So it's like, if this is going to lead me toward where I need to be, I don't care about missing sleep right now. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to miss it right now. But when I bring on this powerhouse of people that's going to make this business run for itself, I'm going to be getting all the sleep. I'm going to be sleeping in Italy.
I was about to say, you go sleep on a yacht in Canes somewhere, you know?
While y'all running, that's it. So I don't mind putting in the sweat equity. Dr. Eric Thomas is like very profound for me. I follow him. I listen to all his motivational speeches, everything, because he has a sweat equity.
Yeah.
I can't follow nobody that don't have the sweat equity. If you sitting here telling me what I need to do from a business perspective or how I need to, capitalize on my business and you not doing it yourself, that's going in one ear and not the other. I want to hear from people that have been successful in doing it. Or people that have been successful at failing at it.
Yes,
because if
failure is
a
hell of a teacher and motivator.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. You got a story to tell me. You're going to tell me what not to do. And I'm going to listen.
Yeah. I tell people that all the time with my photography. It's like, this is going to sound weird, but I prefer the people that tell me that not only if a particular picture sucks, but what specifically you don't like about it. Is it the color, the aperture? Because that's only going to help me get better.
Exactly.
Than someone just saying, oh, that picture looks good, and they're letting certain things slip by. You know what I mean? That I may not have caught.
I love that you are open to that.
Absolutely.
Because most creatives aren't. They feel like my vision is my vision. Either you're going to take it and you're going to run with it or not.
Yeah.
I am paying you, sir. This does not have to do anything with your vision. It's my vision. So let me put it all out there on the table and I think that's the strong suit for me, working in entrepreneurial endeavors, but also working in corporate America, because I understand the streamline process.
Yeah.
I understand what you need to have to build a cohesive strategy. Most entrepreneurs, they don't know that.
Yep.
They don't know how to show up in certain spaces. They don't even know what space they should be showing up in.
I've seen that a lot too. Yeah.
It's important.
Good point. Comparison, prep routine versus business routine.
I'm going to take business all day over prep.
I bet.
But you know, the thing is that I enjoyed my preps. Most people probably cannot say that, but Bear, you know, because you followed the journey. I literally broke my workouts down into 3 to 4 to 5 a day workouts.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have the capacity to say, I can dedicate 4 hours in the gym right now at this space in my life. Life's still going on.
Yeah.
I still got my 9 to 5. I still got kids. At that time,
the kids were little back then.
They were little, right?
So you got to pick them up from school and
all
that
the things,
homework and stuff.
all of that, and then extracurricular activities. They got games and stuff. I'm not the mom that's not gonna show up. Plus, I'm PTA mom.
Yeah.
So y'all ask me,
you got it. Yeah.
What is the 8th grade dance looking like? What are you gonna bring to vision for that? Like, it's so much. And then not only that, like at the time I was married, I wasn't neglecting my husband. My husband got all the things that he needed from me, in addition to
You're the real
clocking,
MVP.
all the things. That's the type of woman that I am. So I wore many hats, but
I need to go get me a Mississippi woman.
And you do?
I'm looking in the wrong state.
Anybody that's watching right now, you need a woman from the South. She gonna do all the things, baby, all the things. So, but no, so those are hats, especially being a Southern woman, that I wore very seriously. So I wanted to make sure that I was still showing up in my marriage and giving my husband the things that he needed. I wanted to make sure that I was showing up for my children. I wanted to make sure that I was showing up for my career and my own entrepreneurial endeavors as well. So it takes a lot out of you, but I feel like if you're that person that got that dog in you, it ain't gonna matter. It's another day in the life. It's a walk in the park. Like, a lot of the things that I look back on and I'm just like, the things that structured me and helped me to get to where I am, I would still do it hands down every day, all day. Because it built this character. It built that dog in me. Yeah. To be like, I ain't taking no for an answer. Oh, you closed the door, baby. I'm climbing through the window. You shut the window and locked it. I'm climbing through a crack in the wall. I'm going to make it happen. That's just it.
Yeah. You're right. And actually, I just saw a video the other day. It's funny you said that Tyler Perry was on someone's, I don't know if it was a podcast, but it was one of those shorts that came up on my algorithm. And he said that he would not change anything. All the times that when he was writing plays before he got his big movie deal, sleeping in his car, he said he wouldn't change any of that because it made him who he is today.
It does.
And I thought about that. I was like, you know what? People say if they had a time machine, they had 3 wishes, whatever, they would go back and change this, that, and the other. But if you still, if you still were able to get to a certain level of success, then all of that struggle made you. So if you go back and change that, who's to say you would be the success that you are today? You know what I'm saying? And the success in anything, relationships, business, school, whatever,
You wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because those moments are what shape you into being this version of yourself. Think about how many times, I don't know about you, I've been there, I'm not gonna lie, especially over the last 3 years, like navigating divorce, navigating, trying to rebuild yourself from this brand. I lost my job back in May of 2020. What year is this?
This 2026. I think about it too.
Last year, 2025. I lost my corporate job.
I'm sorry to hear that. Damn.
Yeah, but it wasn't because of performance or anything like that. HPE announced 2,500 layoffs over the next 12 to 18 months. The first corporate umbrella of the layoffs was people that have been there for forever. And they're looking close to retirement. Yeah. Let me package you out to get you closer there because it's going to cost me less to get you out in the next 6 months than it is for me to keep you on for 6 months. The second layer was the high earners and the high achievers. But guess what?
That sometimes correlate with how long the older tenured people. Yeah.
100%. But it also correlates to, do you have that dog in you?
Yeah.
I'm making more because I've done more.
That's that too, yeah.
So unfortunately, I was one of the ones that was like, oh, you a high earner, you got to go. So I had to reinvent myself all over again. I had to find the corporate positioning because I know I need the corporate positioning to help fuel my entrepreneurial endeavors. I need that overhead. I need the insurance. I need all of that for my children. So I found myself in this space where I'm like, not only am I reinventing myself from a corporate perspective, I don't have my ex or this marriage or this financial stability to fall back on.
Yeah.
It's only just on me. That creates a different type of dog in you.
It does, yeah, for sure. The advice for athletes planning life after sport.
Ooh, that's a good one. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Do not make bodybuilding your life. There are a lot of people that are out there, your Chris Bumsteads, your Sydney Gillians, like, and I'm only naming them. They retired. So they let you know how much I've kept up with bodybuilding. If I had to name one person and figure right now that I feel like is dominating and that could really do really great things, it's one girl. Cool. That is literally, that's Lola.
Yeah.
She got the body. She got the body of work. She got the backing. She has the following.
Yeah.
They won't let her. That's a conversation for another time.
Ooh, I gotta have you back. Oh, yeah. I'll have to have you on here monthly.
Basically, they won't let her.
Man.
When she's the pinnacle of it. She kills it all.
Yeah, she does.
If you look at her lined up to these other people that are doing more than her, they don't hold a candle to her, but they won't let her. She a cash green.
Wow.
That's basically what it is. She been blacklisted. When she has the body of work, that make sense.
It don't.
I don't want to fight for that. That's not what I'm about to do no more. You're not about to I validate myself. I don't need the validation from stage to get that. So my advice to bodybuilders would be to stack your money, especially if you're high performing. If you winning shows, you going to your Olympia, you making all this money, stack your money and turn it into entrepreneurial endeavors. Do not wait on this industry to reward you and to give you your opportunity. Have something to fall back on. And that's advice that I would literally give to anyone. Yeah. Especially divorced women.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother category.
Yeah, that is. You need I guess I gotta have you back, man. Oh,
you need multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
That's something that I learned. My corporate job, great. It pays heavily. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you need multiple streams of income because, like for me, I got laid off. What happens when that job goes? What are you going to stand on?
I was just about to say, in this job, me and my friends talk, like I have a lot of business-minded friends, and we talk several times a week, and I'm like, man, I'm 42 years old, and I don't remember a time in my life, and even when I was a kid, my dad was a big news nerd, and growing up in the house in Louisiana, at one point we only had like one TV in the house. So when it was news time, I would just watch the news with my dad. Mm-hmm. So even as a kid, I had a concept of certain things and current events. But the point I'm trying to get to, I've been telling my friends this week, I said, I don't remember any point in time in my 42 years on this earth, so many massive layoffs at one time. And then a homeboy of mine told me the other day, I was going to work Sunday, and I was, just shooting the breeze with him on my way to work. And he was like, man, did you hear Papa John's announced they're going to close 700 stores? I'm like, damn, the pizza maker's not even safe. Man. So, I mean, dang, we got the NBA finals coming up. I can't order a Papa John pizza. Like, my store might be closed, And then you think of all the jobs with that, too. Like, God damn, no one's safe.
No one.
And to your point, like, everybody got to have some kind of backup plan or something.
You do. Especially if it's a little bit different when you got two incomes.
Yeah.
You married, y'all bringing it in together. So, I thought about that. Like, even with my ex, like, I could have made certain, like, cuts. I'm going to cut this out, I'm going to cut that out, and we've been okay. I can't cut anything out when I'm on one income. It's not possible. Yeah. And like you said, I come from an HR and recruiting background. That's kind of where, like, my career started, but from a marketing perspective. But I've talked to recruiters, I've talked to HR representatives, some of my VPs at HR, and they have told me we have not seen levels of this type of need for jobs or, applications or even the workaround of what you need to do in this role. We haven't seen this since COVID.
Yeah.
So now you got people that's saying, I'm going to pay you $50,000 less than what you probably would have made before this time because I know y'all desperate. This is an employer market, not an employee market.
That's
so
true.
I know you're desperate. So I'm going to give you less and I'm going to give you more work. Case in point, when I left my role at HPE, I was associate director level.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Left my role, my team. I left everything behind. And do you know what they did to my role?
What's that?
They took it and they broke it down into 4 different pillars. And they distributed what I did amongst those 4 different pillars to other people that were on my team, increasing their work, but also turning around to them and saying, be thankful you have a job.
And not giving no because now you make it that requirement for their work. So you technically you don't have to pay them that. No more. No.
You're not giving them any more money.
Yeah.
You're not taking my whole role and rolling it over to somebody else. You took it and you broke it down into segments to feed them just a little bit more. To say, okay, we may be getting an extra responsibility, but we're not going to pay you for that. Wow. It's sad.
I hate to hear that, but I've been hearing stuff about that all over the news and stuff and on social media. Like, God, that's crazy.
This market is atrocious, and I'm sure somebody out there right now that's job hunting is agreeing. Like, this is just not it.
And not only for those who are currently unemployed, but for those who, let's just say they're in a situation like what you're talking about, they got all this work on them, they're not getting a bonus, no type of incentives, no bump in pay. They just want to get out of a bad situation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they can't do that right now. They can't. Because you're moving from one to the next.
Everything's locked. Yeah.
It's
It just be lateral.
And now with this war and everything else that's been, it's only going to get worse.
I agree.
So entrepreneurial, that's the way to go right now.
Yeah. And speaking of that, what was the biggest beginner mistake in business?
Not having a clear strategy or a clear plan. This is something that I have done, again, for a long time. I have 15 years in the digital marketing space. I have just launched Nicholson Strategy Group.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Which, yay! It's something that I've held near and dear to my heart for actually some time now, probably over a year. Well, I've been kind of launching it on the back end. But it's designed to help small and medium businesses and those that are struggling with their corporate identity. Okay. How do I show up online? What do I need to be saying? Because a lot of the times it's not the product and solution. The product and solution sells itself. Yeah. It's your branding. And people don't know how to brand themselves.
Agreed.
You need to know how to show up from a thought leadership perspective. People relate to people and not brands.
Yeah.
How are we showing up from a leadership perspective? What are our leaders saying? And not just about what's, cool and new for that company in itself. What's happening in the industry? What do people need to know? Something that I really honed in on, that I do for my executives every year, is a forward trajectory look into the new year.
Okay.
So at the end of the previous year, I sit down with them and I say, what do you think is going to trend in this new year? What do leaders need to be on the lookout for from a B2B or a B2B or a software as a service perspective? What do they need to be on the lookout for? And I compile that into a video series and I roll it out. And it's actually one of the highest performing pieces of content that I put out. Wow. Because again, people want to hear from people and not brands.
Yeah.
They're expecting you as a thought leader to help them position their company in the best way to gain revenue. Looks and engagement does not equate to revenue. What are we doing to transform?
I say that all the time.
It doesn't. People don't get that. And the thing is that and that's what I love about what I do. Social media marketing is my niche. Most people don't understand it. I sit on boards for socialmedia.org as well as Meta.
Nice.
So I'm able to keep abreast of the algorithm changes. When they're testing out what's going to work from a B2B perspective or a B2B perspective, they're reaching out to me to say, what features do you want to see on the platform? What's not working? What does work from this perspective? So I take that into my consultations with the people that I'm actually working with and the brands that I'm working with to help them further their brand perspective as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just like this spray and pray method. Like, okay, all of the experts say this is what we should be doing from a media and a social media perspective. It's also backed with foundational facts, foundational methods that actually come from the people that are very good at what they do.
Nice. Now, question here. Who is Ruby today compared to competitor Ruby?
That's a hard one. I think Ruby today is still Ruby back then.
I would say so.
Yeah.
It goes
it's
back
just
to
kind of pivoted.
The drive and the
Right.
grit, the determination.
Yeah, it's just kind of pivoted a bit. Like, that dog is that dog. That dog always been in me. That's something that, like, you can't duplicate or you can't build it.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that's naturally within you, right? That's what separates the doers from the dreamers. The doers are the ones that have it in them. They gonna see this idea through to fruition. Whereas the dreamers, they just have the goal.
Yep.
They have the dream, but they're not actually executing against it. So I will say that the areas of my life that have made me successful in life as a whole, they've just been translated differently. Mm-hmm. So I use that to not only fuel my bodybuilding career, the overachiever, the wanting to be the best at what I do. I've translated that over to entrepreneurial efforts. So it's still the same dog.
Yeah.
It's just in a different capacity. So when I envision, like, I do tax prep, I do, real estate. I love those. Those are near and dear to my heart. It's nothing better than helping a client say, I didn't even get a refund last year and you got me $5,000.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Like, I love it. There's nothing better than walking through a house with a client and you see it in their eyes where they're lighting up and they're envisioning what these different rooms are going to look like. And you're like, I want to bring that to fruition to you because I'm a giver at heart. Yeah. I want to give you that.
My man cave's going to be here. I'm going to watch
the
Olympic on the big screen.
All the games out here, U of A, let's go, baby.
You know it.
That's my alma mater for undergrad. So yes, let's go, baby. So I get it. Like, I get the vision and I get everything else. And it's like, because my heart is so big and because I have this capacity to want to help navigate people through various aspects of their lives. The social media aspect and Nicholson strategy group just really felt authentic because at the end of the day, I've been doing this for years behind the scenes. I just haven't said anything about it. Gotcha. I've had many small businesses, medium businesses, especially in the Katy Fulshire area, reach out to me to say, what do I need to do to improve my digital presence? What can we be doing from a social media perspective to really capitalize on leads and not only capitalize on those leads, but turn those over into actual conversions? So it's something I've been doing on the back end for a while. It's just that I have the capacity and the know-how and the drive to say, I want to make this into a full-scale, scalable business. Here's how I'm going to help you.
Nice. I love that. So what motivates you and what does success mean to you now?
Money motivate me.
I love it. Spoken like a true capitalist. I love it. I love
it. Money is a motivator. I am motivated by money. I'm not going to say that that's the end all be all. But at the end of the day, I have 3 children.
Yeah.
One of them right here with me right now, my oldest. Like, she right here on the podcast. Like, I have children that I'm trying to create a legacy for. So my legacy is what motivates me right now. My daughter is in college.
I was just talking to somebody else about that. It's awesome that I just talking to my friends about this and you're here saying the same thing.
It's our legacy. It's legacy. Yeah. So my daughter, she'll be 22 this year. She's in school. I have my baby, my son, CJ. He just turned 19 yesterday.
Okay, that's when he plays basketball?
That's when he plays basketball.
Gotcha. Yeah,
so
he's a hell of a baller.
He gave it up. My baby is mechanical engineering and architecture. He's going to finish both programs in 5 years. Wow. So he'll have 2 degrees.
Nice. Hell yeah.
My little 11-year-old, he's anime, everything else. He's still figuring it out. Yeah,
just like a typical 11-year-old, yeah.
But what I want to do is I want to build this scalable business to the extreme that when they do come out of school, if they say, Mommy, I want to pivot, this may not be the direction that I want to go in. Guess what, baby? You got the family business to come home to. Come work for me. Come work for the family business. This is the legacy that I'm leaving you guys.
Yeah.
And Nicholson Strategy Group, that's only the tip of the iceberg. I have so many other ventures that I'm not going to talk about right now because I feel like
give me that exclusive down the pipe when you're ready.
To your heart until it comes to fruition. So I'm keeping it under wraps, but there are so many different areas that I want to pivot into, and I will pivot into.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, it's about building a legacy for my children. I want them to know they're taken care of regardless. If I close my eyes today or tomorrow, y'all got it. I built something for you.
Man, I was just saying that to a friend of mine. I was actually pissed off at another friend of mine because she has all these ideas and good ideas, but she hasn't done anything to bring him into fruition. But then she got on Facebook talking about, I wish I could find a man to love me. And I wrote in her comments, and like I had to restrain back a little bit, but I basically was like, look, screw a man, screw a relationship. What are you doing for your kids? If you drop dead right now, other than debt and grief, what are you passing down to your kids?
Right.
And this coming from a man who don't have kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you get
and
it.
then you know what she responded? She responded, you're entitled to your opinion. It's not opinion, baby. It's
not
facts.
opinion, that's fact. That's fact.
Instead of just saying, well, hey, Ish, you know what? You got a point. You know, hey, if she wants to write a book, and I know nothing but authors, but she's not hitting me up saying, hey, Ish, next time you and your author friends meet up, can I join you? Or next time they do a show or something at one of these conventions, let me know. I want to pick their brain or something. I want to support them, and maybe they can help me with beta rights. It begins somewhere. No, you know what I'm saying?
So that goes back to what I was just saying. The difference between the ideators and the implementers.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you ideate and implement? Most people can't.
Yep.
You got the vision, but you don't know how to bring it to fruition.
Yep.
Or you don't have the vision, but you know how to bring somebody else's vision to fruition. That ain't me. I'm the ideator and I'm the executioner. 100%. I'm going to drive this plan and I'm going to revamp it and I'm going to get us where we need to be. I've been doing it for years for corporate brands. Why not do it for myself?
Absolutely. I agree. Let's talk about something people don't always discuss openly, how ambition and transformation affects relationships. How did bodybuilding impact relationships today? Well, you were married at the time, so did Corey just like sometimes just want to pull his eyelashes out or something? Because I know it gets, especially when you especially when you're carb depleted. Man,
I'm sure he did, but you know what? Corey took it like a champ.
That's
the thing. Like I tell people, you have to have a strong system behind you. And I will forever say this about my ex-husband. He is very much so the person that if I said, Corey, I want to build a rocket ship, he may look at me a little sideways like, what the hell do you know about aerospace technology? But I guarantee you within 30 minutes, he going to come back with a blueprint. And he going to say, I know we don't know nothing about it, but this is where they saying we should start. And this is how we should
NASA
pivot.
And they refer me to the
I
website.
NASA, right, all of that. Like, that's him. That's the person that he is and that he was to me during my bodybuilding phase. Like he was overly supportive. I didn't have that rigmarole of where you see people bump heads. Yeah. And this is where I see it a lot. It's when the woman bodybuilds and the man bodybuilds. So it's like, oh, you ain't getting too far ahead of me. Let me pull you down a little bit. Like, no. We on the same playing field.
Yeah, I'm not going to say who, but I had a bodybuilding couple on my old podcast. And, just like with you and I, you probably don't talk to them in a while or something. And I wanted to have the woman, the female back. I'm not going to say any names, but, and she told me, she's like, oh, me and him didn't work out. And I'm like, oh, crap. And we were talking after the episode. And she was basically like, she's out here this close to getting her pro card. Meanwhile, he's this close because they want him to gain size and he doesn't want to gain size. And I'm just like, man, he couldn't handle that.
And what I will honestly tell you, and this is not from like some male backbiting thing or whatever, I love my men. My black men, clock it. I love all of it. I love it to death. But a lot of the times men can't handle when their women are more successful than they are, especially from a bodybuilding perspective, because most bodybuilders are ego-driven. So if you're ego-driven and you see me getting to where you want to be before you actually get there, regardless of what type of love you feel in my heart for or whatever for you, or whatever type of love you feel for me, all you're going to see it as is a setback. I'm not good enough compared to her. I'm not good enough compared to the standards. I'm not good enough for bodybuilding. You don't have a choice. I'm not going to say you don't have a choice. It translates into that aggravation towards your partner when your partner is not really the person that you need to be aggravating it against, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Women have been way more successful in bodybuilding than men.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang my hat on that 100%. But that's because of the fact that we have to deal with so much in life. We know how to pivot. We know how to structure. We know how to balance time and schedules and everything else. I was working out in the middle of my prep, especially when I was going for like my pro titles as a pro athlete. I was working out 4 to 5 times a day. You follow
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know. I'm
True
up
story,
at 3
yeah.
o'clock in the morning. I'm getting my cardio in and my fasted cardio, and I'm getting in my fasted glute and ham and quad workout. And then I'm going into the sauna with a sauna suit on, cycling at 104 degrees for at least an hour and a half. And then I go home and I'm mom. Now I'm making breakfast. Now I'm getting everybody up for school. Now I'm packing backpacks. I'm making sure that lunches are done, and I'm making sure that I'm getting you off to school. And then I tune into my 9 to 5. And I work my 9 to 5. And then come 11 o'clock, I'm hitting the gym. Now it's my heavy workout, so I need 2 hours. So if you see me walk into the gym with a hoodie on and the hood is over my head and my headphones
I remember
on,
those pictures you
that,
had.
it's not that I'm being antisocial.
Yeah.
It's that I'm on a mission. I don't have time. I got to get this 1 hour workout in. I don't work out and I don't train like the average person do. So whereas they're sitting in between their sets, I got active rest. I'm doing box jumps. I'm doing lunges. I'm doing something to keep the heart rate up.
Yeah,
So my 3-hour workout for the average person is probably 30 to 45 minutes. It's turned into a 3-hour grueling session of heart rate consistently being up because I got to burn this fat off.
Yeah. To my next question here, what qualities matter most to you in relationships?
Like romantic relationships?
Yeah, be specific. Yes. Thank you. It would be specific.
Romantic relationships. A man that can lead in God.
Okay.
I grew up in the church.
Mm-hmm.
God has always been the front runner of everything that I'm doing in life, but I feel like sometimes we stray away from that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially when we get in our own way and things seem to be going good. We forget who bestowed these opportunities upon us.
Yeah.
And going through the things that I've gone through in the last 3 years, from divorce to being laid off to, really reinventing myself to leaving bodybuilding and everything else, I have leaned very heavily on him to get me through those rough moments. So I cannot fathom my life without having a man that can lead in God. That's number one. Number two, abundant and generous.
You sound like you're about me and my mom on that one.
You can't just have it.
Yeah.
You got to be generous with it,
Yeah.
too. So, abundant and generous is definitely one of the things, but I also want affection.
Mm-hmm.
My love languages, physical touch is number one. Number two is gifts, obviously.
Okay. Yeah.
And the
Right
third
on.
one is words of affirmation. Just a little bit of, Ruby, I see you working hard. You got this shit. Keep going. That little bit, that only took you a second to say.
Yeah.
That's going to run me for 6 months. I'm good.
Absolutely.
I
You
got
replay
it.
that in your head.
I
do it too when people compliment me and say like, hey, I see you doing your thing. Big homie, keep doing it. Like, oh, wow.
It's
okay.
me, especially from the people that matter most. So if
Yes.
it's coming from my partner and you saying, baby, I got you hands down. Don't worry about dinner. I know you've been out there working all day. I got dinner covered.
Yeah.
Or, you know what? I recognize how hard you've been working. Can you take a couple of days off so I can take you away somewhere to like really just detox and relax? Because at the end of the day, what I'm doing, if we locked in and it's me and you, I'm not just doing this for me.
Yeah.
This is a reflection of you too.
That's true.
I'm doing it for the both of us. I'm out here getting it. Something that I had to realize after coming through my divorce was I was so used to being on a 2-person capacity that I think when it really just sunk in and it really hit me and I was really feeling the weight of it, depression, all the things, I was looking for somebody to come in and save me. And what I had to realize was that you're going to save yourself, baby.
Yeah.
And I love that because I want to be able to, I have been able to save myself. So anybody that comes into the picture now, it's because I want you, not because I need you.
Nice.
I'm not a woman bashing man.
Yeah.
I know I want a man. At the end of the day, I want my husband. I want my next. But I'm not rushing it either.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm so focused on building this next chapter of my life and what that's going to look like for me and my children.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even have the capacity to entertain anyone. And when I've tried dating, I've met really good guys. I had a guy tell me, this was last year. Yeah, we were in 2026. This was November of last year.
Okay.
He said, I'm trying to be married by the end of 2026.
God,
and I remember looking at him and being like, you ain't going to be married to me, bro.
Right. Jeez, dude.
Right, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I get it, but that's not everybody's narrative. I'm
That's
not
true, too,
I'm not rushing into marriage I'm not rushing into any of that because I want it to work. I want it to.
And I'll put myself out here, and this is for anybody listening, watching this. That was one of the biggest mistakes with my marriage. I'm man enough and open to admit that. I rushed into a situation I should have. You know, it's kind of like my mom used to tell me in high school. She used to ask me, "Are you courting these women?" You know, old school talk. Yeah, yeah. My mom was a country girl from Southeast Louisiana. Yeah. And you know, like I used to hate that word growing up because it's like, Mom, you sound old as heck. Like it's not courting, it's talking to. But
right.
you know, like I'll admit, my ex-wife, I should have courted her for a way longer time and knew the ins out, and that would have saved me from a lifelong headache. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And people laugh at me, like even my girlfriends. I got a list. I'm not saying a list of requirements because I don't. I feel like I'm not gonna say I require the bare minimum because that ain't it at all, baby.
Of course.
Like I'm Chanel down. Like ain't no bare minimum over here. But like the things that I feel like most women look to men to fulfill in themselves, they can fulfill it themselves, if that makes sense. Like I want someone to partner with in life to navigate these various businesses, to create this legacy, to say, baby, we both work remotely and we done had a rough week. Let's go off to Jamaica for the weekend.
Oh, absolutely.
I just want a partner. I don't need a father. I'm looking for a daddy. My kids ain't looking for a daddy. My ex-husband is wonderful in how he parents our children. So I'm not looking for that. Like, I'm just looking for really someone to navigate life through and to enjoy it. Like, I'm going to do what I do, but something that, I'm an Aries, true and through. I'm a fire sign.
Your birthday coming up, right?
It is, April 15th. You
Okay.
cannot
Happy
forget my birthday because it's when your taxes due.
Oh, snap. That's a hell of a marketing thing.
It's a hell of a marketing thing. It's something that my mom said early on. She was like, I knew your ass was going to be expensive because you.
Taxes
And I am, unapologetically, whatever.
Bro, with that.
High maintenance, but I maintain myself.
My dad's an Aries. He's March 31st. Yeah, he was March 31st.
We something else, baby. We're the first in the zodiac, and it's for a reason.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, what I usually find, I haven't had like a lot of relationships because again, I was with my ex-husband for 20 years. I'm only 40.
Yeah.
You do the math. So I haven't had a lot of relationships, but what I will say is that the relationships that I've had very good men that wanted to see me succeed, that cared about, me, that cared about pouring into me, that cared about protecting me, the affection, all the things. I've been very lucky in that perspective.
Good.
And I'll forever take that with me. So that's one of the things that are my non-negotiables. If you're not bringing that level of what I'm used to, I don't want it. And honestly, I want you to supersede that because the type of partner that I am, I'm going to supersede it all day, every day. What do you need? Did you have a rough day? I don't care that I had a rough day too. I'm going to pour into you, and I'm going to make you feel appreciated, especially as black men, because they just don't get it in the world. The world is so against it. Like, seriously. Like, they don't get it. So can I give you relief at home? I am absolutely going to give you relief at home. But you got to be doing what you need to do, too.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. And moving along here, what chapter of your life excites you the most now?
Nicholson Strategy Group excites me the most now. I won't lie. It is the one true endeavor that I have endeavored on my own. I have literally built it from the ground up.
Nice.
NicholsonStrategyGroup.com. Right
put
now.
The link in descriptions.
Yes, but it's like right now. This is what I love about it. I'm not in a position to where I'm scrambling for clients.
Good.
Right? I am in a very methodical founding perspective of the business to where I'm being very strategic about the clients that I take on because I only have so much capacity before I start to onboard these groups.
Gotcha.
Is my copywriter, is my co-founder, my SEO, my operations manager, are they all on standby? Absolutely. Nice. I'm just waiting to onboard them once the actual, revenue starts to actually flow in.
Okay.
But I have 3 very small clients that I'm working with right now as founding clients. To really build out the infrastructure. I want to make sure that it's a well-oiled machine before I roll it out to the general public.
Nice.
The analytics are on point. The design is on point. The strategy is on point. The actual infrastructure from a template and a positioning perspective, all of that is actually there. before we go full scale.
Nice. Love to hear it. Going back to legacy for a moment, what legacy do you hope to leave beyond bodybuilding?
That's a good one. I think it's just to get up and do it.
I love that.
It's simple, and I know it probably doesn't translate from a marketing or a social media perspective, but that's really just it. Just get up and do it. Like you spoke recently, a little bit ago about your friend that has all of these great ideas, and it sounds like she has the network to bring those ideas to fruition.
She also wants to go into podcasting. And she's never, I'm sorry to go to ring, but she's never once asked me like, hey, and she's been on my show before. I ain't gonna say her name. I'll tell you off air. But she's never like, hey, Ish, you got the wireless mics. Where you get that from? Can you send me the link or whatever? Or what software you use to edit? Or, any tips?
All
whatever?
that, yeah.
Nothing.
So she has the infrastructure. She has the backing. She has the network to make it happen. Why aren't you doing it? We get in our own heads.
Yeah.
We will literally count ourselves out of opportunities before the opportunities actually present themselves.
Yeah.
So something that I've noticed, I'm not gonna lie, did I feel the most confident walking into this podcast today?
You looked like it.
I'm always gonna look the part.
Yeah.
That's something that Betty Green, my mama, always said it to me, baby. I don't care where you are or how you feel, you dress for the position that you want. So I'm always going to show up on some founder CEO energy. That's just it. That's naturally in me.
Yeah.
And I am a founder and I am a CEO. So I'm going to show up in that way. But even with that, even the Steve Jobs and the Elon Musk of the world, I'm sure they still doubt themselves every now and again. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But how do you pull yourself out of that? You pull yourself out of that by the network. Like you said, she has a whole network that she can lean on. Lean on that network to strengthen you, to make you feel capable of going out here and doing it. Because a lot of the times that's what it is. We second guess ourselves. Do I have the sweat equity? Can I do this? And you have to remind yourself of where you came from.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Absolutely.
I do it every day.
Good point. I want to end it on that note. Thank you so much for coming down. This has been, I'll have to have you monthly based on your schedule, of course. It's been awesome. And we got other stuff we could dive into.
We do.
Yeah, so how can people find you on the socials?
So I have not quite launched my social media for my new endeavor, Nicholson Strategy Group. That's the utmost important.
Okay.
I have not launched a social for that, mainly because, again, we're in a founding phase, but the website is actually up, www.nicholsonstrategygroup.com. If you need tax prep or you're looking for real estate and all of that.
Be over before we know it.
100%. We coming to that marker, April 15th. That's it. So y'all got a couple of months.
April 6th, we record this episode.
Right,
so.
you got a couple of months to get it in.
Yeah.
So you can find me on Instagram, rubybabe.com. Sorry, rubybabe85 on Instagram. So just reach out. I got you.
Nice. And thank you everybody for listening, watching this podcast, wherever you are. If you want to support, you can do so as easily as liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, let us know what you think. Until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves and each other. We're out of here.